Why is everyone moving to Texas? Today, I am going to cover the top 10 reasons why people are moving to Texas. So let's dive into some stats and numbers first for living here in Dallas, Texas. Number 10, Texas home pricing and values. The median home price in Texas is $348,000. If you travel down to Austin, you'll be around $540,000. In the Dallas, Texas area, it will be around $450,000. In Houston, $355,000, and San Antonio, $325,000. When you compare these prices to areas like California, New York, Washington, Texas offers much more affordable housing options. And this is why we have so many people moving here from all over, because of these home values. Now, housing prices tend to be higher in urban areas, and due to the size of Texas, this actually offers an advantage. And this is because it gives you so many different options and possibilities in different price points to either live in this city, near the city, or be out in the more rural areas. Texas really has it all when it comes down to options for housing. The average national median home price is around $415,000, meaning that most every major city in Texas is lower than the national average. When you compare that to other states like California, their median home price is $785,000. New York's median home price is $800,000. Washington's median home price is $625,000. So when people are moving here from out of state, they love the fact that Texas is more affordable than the state that they're coming from. Usually they can sell their current home, make equity, make a profit from that, still purchase a home here, and have money left over or use that as a down payment or what have you. The amount of people that comment on how much more affordable the homes are here in Texas compared to where they are relocating from is absolutely insane. Sometimes they are paying over $1 million for a really small home, a smaller square footage home. And then they move here to Texas and they can get much more bang for their buck. So they really feel like they are getting value and a good deal when they move here and see the home prices here in Texas. If you feel like you're being priced out of the market right now from being able to afford a home because of the rising interest rates or the increase in the home pricing, this is happening all around the nation, then one of your options may actually be to move, relocate. Especially if you're working from home or your job gives you the ability to work remotely, this actually may be a good option for you, to make a move here to Texas. Even if we chat about rentals, the average rental rate in Texas is around $1,200, which is pretty affordable compared to other states. The median rental rate in California is around $2,800. The median rental rate in New York is around $3,600. The median rental rate in Washington is around $2,200. So even from a rental aspect, Texas still offers affordable options. So let's move on to number 9, and that is going to be tax advantages. One of the great things here in Texas is that there is no state income tax. That is definitely a perk when you live in the state of Texas. Unlike a lot of other states, Texas actually voted against implementing a state income tax, which means that you actually get to keep more of your money. Hello, my name is kylah.artz, and I am a real estate agent here in the Dallas, Texas area. So if you are looking to make a move or you just have questions about the housing market, feel free to reach out. You can find all of my contact information below, and I would be happy to help you relocate and make a smooth transition. Now, we also do not have a state tax. What that means is that your heirs can actually inherit your estate without worrying about additional taxes. And you can pass all of your assets tax-free. Texas also does not have corporate income tax. Texas is a business-friendly state. Businesses will spend less money on their income taxes overall, and tax filing will be easier. Texas has actually been named by the Chief Executive magazine the #1 state for business for the last 18 consecutive years. This creates a really favorable environment for startup businesses and large corporations, which is why Texas has so much business growth and a lot of businesses constantly relocating here. This means that Texas' current overall tax burden is 7.6%. Compare this to California's 10.4% and New York's 12% and Washington's 8%. Moving on to number 8, which is the cost of living. Texas' current cost of living is about 7% below the national average, and this includes housing, groceries, transportation, and healthcare. And we are more affordable compared to the rest of the country. Texas allows you the freedom to stretch your budget and maintain a comfortable living lifestyle. This brings me to number 7, which is job opportunities. As I mentioned earlier, there are a lot of businesses starting up in Texas or relocating here. And in the state of Texas, in the last year, they have added over 300,000 new job opportunities, making this the 37th consecutive month of positive annual job growth in the state of Texas. Texas offers numerous benefits to both businesses and job seekers due to the migration of large corporations relocating here. Texas has become a hub for large corporations relocating here, which ultimately results in increased job opportunities. Many businesses have actually relocated their headquarters here or expanded to the state. This can be tied into Texas being a business-friendly state and the Texas Enterprise Fund, as well as the Product Development and Small Business Incubator Fund. Both of these support companies and encourage growth and expansion here in the state of Texas. Moving on to number 6, the weather. Because Texas is so large, it really offers different climates for every person. You can move to Texas and still find snow in certain areas of the state, or you can move to a certain part of the state and skip winter altogether. Whatever your personal preference is for climate, you can find it here in Texas. Now, yes, Texas summers, they do tend to get a little hot. I am originally from the Midwest, so I grew up with all of the seasons. I had a brutal winter, but I also had a very mild summer. So I actually really like the summers here in the Dallas, Texas area. Now, the differences between the cold in the northern and southern parts of the state are completely different. The southern part of the state is going to experience more milder winters. Spring and fall time are very mild. The weather, in my opinion, is perfect. Most of the season, you can still wear t-shirts as it doesn't get that cold. It really doesn't start to get cold until around the beginning of December. And even then, it's not freezing. It's not a true winter like it was for me in the Midwest. February is really the month that I notice here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, you're going to start to need to pull out your winter jacket. We may experience some ice, we may experience some snow, but typically it's not heavy and it doesn't last very long. Now, don't get me wrong, in the last few years, we actually have had some fun events with snow and ice, but that's not the typical type of weather that's standard for this area. Then in March, things start to warm back up and weather starts to get back into the 60s, 70s until you hit June. Now let's dive into number 5. Family friendly. This is because, again, Texas is so large that it offers so many options for families. Maybe you don't want to be stuck in this city. You want to go to more of a rural area. There's plenty of space and room to do that, but still allow you close proximity to the city and all of the things that the city has to offer. There's also a ton of growth that is happening here in Texas, especially around the major cities where the rural areas are actually growing and adding more amenities, attractions, things to do. And most of those things are involved around being family friendly. Texas also has some of the best public school systems in the entire country. It is actually rated the #2 state to raise a family in. Number 4 is traffic. Traffic is pretty terrible everywhere, right? At least all of the places that I've visited and lived in. I know that Houston's traffic is some of the worst I have ever experienced, and Austin's traffic is not that great either. Dallas is actually not that bad, at least in the areas that I travel to. Dallas traffic can definitely be slow, but at least it moves. It's very rare that you're going to be stuck in just standstill traffic for a significant amount of time. Now, if you're traveling during rush hour or the weather is bad or there is a major accident, then yes, you may want to allot for that time. You're going to experience some delays, but typically it's just your standard slow traffic, but at least it's steady, at least it moves. Texas is actually named the 7th best state to drive in, and this is based on infrastructure, maintenance costs, safety, vehicle, and maintenance access. Texas does rank number 1 for average gas prices. We also have affordable registration fees, insurance rates, and taxes for vehicles. Number 3 is lower crime rate. I know that everyone is concerned about safety, especially when relocating to a brand new state. Texas actually has 11 Texas towns that are among the safest cities in the US, with McKinney and Frisco being named in the top 2 safest places to live in the state of Texas. Moving on to the number 2 reason why people are moving to Texas, this is diversity. Texas is essentially one giant melting pot. Texas ranks as the 2nd most diverse state in the country behind California. Texas has a diversity index score of 70% according to the World Population Review. While cowboys make up a large part of Texas, and it is regular to see cowboy boots, cowboy hats, the state is heavily influenced by Mexico. The heritage, the traditions brought in, this has significantly contributed to this state, and it can be seen in numerous aspects of the Texas lifestyle, like cuisine, music, art, and festivals. This helps create an environment that creates diversity. Texas has the privilege of engaging with cultures from all over the world, and I'm just lucky because Tex-Mex is my favorite food. And let me tell you, Texas has some of the best. Okay, and here is the moment you've all been waiting for. The number 1 reason why people are moving here to Texas is there's lots to do. Yes, lots to do. Texas is so large. It has so much to offer. It's literally an endless possibility for activities. There is something for everyone, no matter what your hobby is, no matter what you like to do. Texas has 2 national parks and more than 80 state parks, offering so many options for hiking, biking, historic sites, beautiful scenery, wildlife interaction, and just nature lovers in general. You have the Big Bend State Park with rugged outdoor adventures like horseback riding, river floating, and more. You have the Enchanted Rock State Park, which was part of a big pool of magma under the Earth's surface. So the possibilities here are endless. Texas is also a mecca for sports lovers. Texas offers one of the most energetic states for professional sports in the country. There are 2 NFL teams, the Dallas Cowboys and the Houston Texans, and 3 basketball teams, the San Antonio Spurs, the Houston Rockets, and the Dallas Mavericks. Texas also has 2 Major League Baseball teams, the Houston Astros and the Texas Rangers. All right, so those were my 10 reasons why people are moving and relocating to the great state of Texas. I'm sure I missed some. There's absolutely no way I could have covered them all. But I would love to know why you are considering relocating to Texas, or if you've already moved here, what it was that brought you here. What was it that attracted you to the state of Texas? I'd absolutely enjoy knowing that. So make sure you leave a comment below. Let me know your thoughts. But those are the top reasons that I hear often and that I notice from current and past clients of mine as to why they chose to move to Texas, especially here in the Dallas area, which is where I'm located. That's one of the main reasons I love Texas. There is something for everyone. If you want to be close to the ocean, you can do that. If you want to be close to nature and the countryside, there's areas that you can do that. If you want to be in the city, in the thick of it, near everything, you can absolutely do that. There are so many variety of options on where to live that it can literally suit any preference that you may have. There are just so many advantages to living and moving here. So again, if you are considering possibly making the move here, I would love to hear from you. I would be happy to answer any questions that you may have. Whether you are looking to move in a week, 6 months, a year, I would still love to hear from you. So shoot me a text, send me an email, or you can schedule a Zoom call with me. All of that information is in the description below. So until next time, compare this to California's 10.4%. Texas' current cost of living is about 7%. We may experience some ice, we may experience some snow, but typically you have the Enchanted Rock State Park, which was actually a big pool of magma under the surface. So I love to know what brought people to... Apparently I love everything.
Hey, it's Kyla. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to hit the subscribe button if you'd like to stay up to date on the Dallas-Fort Worth housing market. Also, you can find my contact information down below. I'm always here for a conversation and to help, whether you're looking to relocate or move. Now, 6 months from now, a year from now, I will be here to assist. Looking forward to helping.